got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it. Like oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Let's get off.
I know that we'll have a ball if we get down and go out and just lose it all. I feel stressed out, I wanna let it go. Let's go way out, spaced out and losing all control.
Fill up my cup, Mazel tov. Look at her dancing, just take it off. Let's paint the town, we'll shut it down. Let's burn the roof,
And then we'll do it again.
let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, and do it, and do it. Let's live it up and do it, and do it, and do it, do it, do it. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Cause I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. I feel tonight's the night. Hey, let's live it up.
Let's live it up.
I got my money. Hey, let's spin it up. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it.
Smash it.
Like oh my God. Like oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Come on. Let's get off. Fill up my cup.
Drink.
Mazel tov. Look at her dancing.
Move it, move
Just
it.
take it off. Let's paint the town. Paint the town. We'll shut it down. Shut it down. Let's burn the roof.
And then we'll do it again.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And do it. And do it. Let's live it up and do it. And do it. And do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Here we come. Here we go. We gotta rock. Easy come. Easy go. Now we on top. Feel the shot. Body rock. Rockin', don't stop. Round and round. Up and down. Around the clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Saturday to Sunday. Get with us. You know what we say. Party every day. Party every day. And I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. I feel it. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. Woo-hoo.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Rise and shine. You did it. You got up. You're kicking off the first Monday of the new year with your coloring practice and your Monday meditation. And I am so glad to welcome you this morning. I'm Jennifer Ogilvie. And I am coming to you from the Dallas, Texas area where we finally got winter. Day before yesterday, it went from about mid 70s all the way down to 25 degrees, and I lost everything in my vegetable garden, and I'm just heartbroken. But we finally have winter, so that's what I'm excited about. I don't know if you've been in Sonder Club this morning, but our affirmation for today is I am inventive, imaginative, and creative. And yes, you are, because you are right here, right now. And I am really, really glad to welcome you. Everybody, check really quickly, make sure your chat is set to everyone. So that way, when you post, the rest of the Sonder family will be able to see what you are posting. As I mentioned, I'm coming to you from the Dallas, Texas area, a suburb called Garland. And I am one of a team of facilitators at Silk and Sonder. And I will have the privilege of leading you through the coloring circle this morning. And then joining me is for our facilitator team, manning the chat, is Karen, who got up really early. She is dialing in from California. And so I think she's going to pop on real quick and give you guys a wave. So give her a little bit of love. She is trying to figure out what's going on cold wise, COVID wise. She is not feeling so great, but she is ready to visit with you in the chat this morning. I don't know how many newbies we have here, but I hope we've got some first timers. You can get there's Karen. Hey, Karen. Give us a shout out in the chat if you are a first timer. We welcome you to the Sonder fam. Yay, I see Rebecca. She said first time. For those of you who have not attended a social with me. Oh, we've got several first timers. I'm so glad to see you guys. Yay. Well, let me tell you really quickly a little bit about my Silk and Sonder journey. I have almost been using Silk and Sonder. Well, I have been using Silk and Sonder for almost a year. I retired early from a career in early childhood education. I started off as a kindergarten teacher for about 8 years, but for 23-ish years, I directed an early childhood program for my church. So I had a very busy, structured life with that. It started at 5:30 in the morning with substitute phone calls and ended at 11:30 at night with I need a substitute phone call. And every moment of my day was packed with schedules and regulations and rules and jump. And I was so structured and I thrived in that. My husband ended up being laid off. I took early retirement. We relocated to the north part of Dallas to be close to one of our children. And I thought I've got all this time in the world to do a million things, and I got nothing done. And that's where my Silk and Sonder journal came in handy for me. I was able to do very intentional planning. I had a new chapter in my life. Retirement is a different world. It was kind of like being an empty nester and going through a little bit of a grieving process, and being able to put pen to paper was the game changer for me, and to kind of figure out what this next chapter looks like. That brought me to this day where I am being able to use some of the things that I am passionate about um, for Silk and Sonder. So that's a little bit about me. In the process, I have learned, you would think I colored all the time as an early childhood person, but I really didn't. I bought the crayons, I bought the markers, and provide them for the school. But I kind of lost touch of some of that creativity because I was so busy doing administration stuff. And so this has tapped me back into that creativity. And I have learned so much about coloring and really how good adult coloring is for your brain. You literally go into a meditative state when you are coloring and being mindful. So, this is your Monday meditation, and I'm glad that you are here to color with us. You will all be entered in the self care raffle that Silk and Sonder does each month. So, just being here is your entry today. Um, Unlike other socials, the chat in this social may quiet down a little bit because for you to be mindful of your coloring practice, you're probably not going to be attending too much to the chat. So I'm just here to say that to give you permission to not feel the need to engage once we begin our practice. We'll be listening to some music. If something pops in your mind, of course, please share. Karen and I will both be taking a look at that chat, but we want you to focus on your practice this morning. Also, I just wanted to mention a little bit about since it's a new year and we've got new groups. Silk and Sonder does have a community standards. If you are part of the Silk and Sonder app, then you know you've already checked those off. But just a reminder that this community is a safe, uplifting space for authenticity, belonging, and growth through the work we do in our journals. And we celebrate, accept, and support each other regardless of our differences in values, beliefs, and backgrounds. And that's what makes us all so special to be part of this Sonder family. So, without further ado, this month's theme is imagination. And I am pumped about this month's theme. During my career, I was surrounded by kids. And so I would always have the privilege of entering their world of imagination and pretend play. And there was nothing better than leaving like a business grown up meeting and being able to walk through classrooms and see free play and just the genuine love of life and pretend. And I am now a grandparent. I have an almost 4-year old and a little wee girl. So a little baby. So my son, my grandson, and I do a lot of playing. And let me tell you, my imagination has really been kicked into full gear. I now go on regular rocket trips to the moon. I hunt for bears. Sometimes I am an actual dinosaur. And oftentimes I can swing and touch the clouds with my toes. Childlike imagination is so good for the soul. I love this quote that I found. When you are really mature, you will again become childlike. Then your life will again become full and fun. You will enjoy it, every bit of it. You will not be serious. A deep laughter will spread all over your life, and it will be more like a dance and less like business. Who doesn't want that? In Mayha's letter this month, at the front end of the book, that's one of my favorite pages, is her note to us. She writes, imagination is about providing yourself the space to daydream, to doodle, to commit to something new that lights you up inside. This month, we will all dive into what imagination looks and feels like for ourselves. So let me just take a look at our agenda today. We're going to kick off with an indulgence activity. That's from last month, an imagination activity. We're going to color, and then we're going to have a sharing time. Cameras are optional. You don't have to participate. And then we will close. Also, at the end, if you like the songs you hear, I will post my playlist. I don't really share my Spotify because my husband and I share a Spotify account. And trust me, you don't want to get into that. So let's look at imagination. To kick off our time together, we're really going to lean into imagination. And I can't think of a better way to start thinking about imagination than to take a look at rainbows. Now, as a kid, I loved The Wizard of Oz, loved Dorothy's song. And just felt like rainbows were magical. It's kind of the closest thing we have to real magic. And you guys all know there's a ton of science behind it, and the way the light reflects in all the raindrops, like I said. But I still like to cling on to that feeling when I see that rainbow in the sky, and it's just that moment of magical feelings that happens after the rain has cleared, right? So, our activity this morning to get our imaginations going, I want you to turn to a notes page, or you can just use the scratch pad, which is a new part of our journal on our weekly spread. And I would like you to answer this prompt. What is at the end of your rainbow? I'm going to leave you for just a second with a song while you tap into your imagination and think about what might be your pot of gold. Maybe it's something that's buried deep inside of you, that heart's desire, that one thing. Maybe it's a new challenge. Maybe it's a chance to change something from the past, or a dream you've never been brave enough to say out loud. Think outside the box. And as you're writing, feel free to share in the chat. Oh, you guys, some of these have just made me tear up. I love what you have at the end of your rainbow. Isn't it a beautiful thing to use your imagination and just picture something just extraordinary? I I just love that. Thank you so much for sharing. Beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to just start diving right in to our coloring page. That's what we came here for. I don't know about you guys, but when I first saw this page, I was like, wow. If you want to pop in the word that came to your mind when you saw it, I was just like, party. It was just so much fun to find that great coloring page. Celebrate. We, yes, I love these. It was, oh, I'm so excited about this page this month. Bubbly was a word that I thought of. Yes, Sarah, I agree. Super fun. I think this is going to end up being one of our favorites. Who shook it? It exploded with joy. I think that's our imaginations at the end of the month. We're going to just really tap into that. So while we start getting going, just kind of center yourself. Take maybe a couple of really deep breaths. We forget to breathe. I've had a lot of coffee this morning, so I need to slow myself down. And I do always like to remind you guys that this is a meditation practice. This is not about a product at the end of what it looks like. Of course, it may just be the best thing you've ever done. But if you look at it and you're like, oh, I really wish I would have done X, it's okay. This is about the process, the taking time to put your coloring to paper and to sit and relax and let your brain have all those good hormones just saturating it. It has more to do about the practice than what it ends up like at the end. So you can do what you want. You can make this colorful. You can leave it black and white and only color the negative space. It's whatever you want to do. I am actually going to take some of these words that you guys have written and I'm going to write it around the negative space because I think that's kind of fun. So this is completely up to you. So I'm going to play several minutes, probably about 14, 15 minutes or so of music so that you can really just relax and lean in to your practice. And then I'll come and check back in with you. So you guys enjoy.
You won't believe it. And strange as it sounds, extraordinary magic follows you around. And the camera can't catch it. You won't see it in the mirror. If I say look behind you, you turn around, it disappears. But I see it, I see it. I swear I do, I see extraordinary magic in you. Out of thin air you appeared in my life, like a burst of technicolor in a world of black and white. When my heart was locked inside a box, you reached inside, and now I see my future when I look into your eyes. I see it, I see it. I swear I do, I see extraordinary magic in you. I know that miracles happen. Who cares what they say? 'Cause love's nothing short of a miracle happening over and over every day. So I'll keep my eyes open, awed and amazed. And if you start to doubt it, I'll remind you of the million ways I see it. I see it, I swear I do. I see extraordinary magic in you.
All right, you guys can continue to work. I did want to share um, just a little bit about why imagination is so good for you, for an adult to take time to tap into. So, if you need to take a little break, feel free to set your pencils down, or you can just continue to color. And I'll put on some more music in just a moment. But I think it's important to note that as we grow older, the amount of time that we are actively imaginative, it begins to decline if we're not careful. It's just that we don't have to practice it as much. We may use imagination to problem solve kind of grown up business like things, but when we tap into that pure childlike imagination, lots of wonderful things can happen. And I read this wonderful little article. I'll share the quick little talking points, and Karen will drop the link in so that you can go and look at it later if you want to. Um, the most significant benefits are that you enhance your memory, which helps you live longer. It makes more neurons in your brain and reduces the likelihood of developing memory problems later on in life. So that's a good reason, especially as some of us are getting a little bit older. Um, Imagination helps you achieve your goals. It helps you increase your problem solving skills. Um, you can just kind of go through those obstacles of life because you can think outside of the box. You develop your self confidence. Um, you grow your
Yeah.
empathy because you can imagine it. Um, and so I'll go back real quick. You can grow your empathy because it helps you understand what people are going through when you can imagine yourself in those people's shoes. Some people don't have the ability to do that. And then it can relieve stress and improve relationships. If you can find ways to de stress and practice creativity with the important people in your life, your family, your close coworkers, it can be very freeing to tap into that childlike part of yourself with those who are important to you. So just kind of keep that in mind. Maybe you'll be called to start a coloring circle with your coworkers that you work with so that you can tap into imagination together, or other things that will encourage one another's creativity. I'm going to put some more music on and let you continue to color.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me, you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. the stars are born, they possess a gift or two. One of them is this: they have the power to make a wish come true. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do, fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longing. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish
Okay, guys, we're going to stop for just a moment. And it is time to share your progress. If you would like to go on camera or just pop on camera and wave and let us see your smiles, I am going to stop sharing my screen so we can open it up to everybody. Give me just a second. All righty, there we go. And let's see here. Got to get our settings all right. I've got a little song to play while we're sharing if I can figure out what to do here. There we go. Oh, I see it. Guys, you look fabulous. There we go. It always takes me just a sec. There we go. Oh my gosh, the colors are looking amazing. Ooh, Laura, I like that negative space in that bright yellow. Hey, everybody. It's so nice to see your faces. I don't usually get to do that when we're leading. Oh, it looks amazing. I'm going to find mine too. I've had a little head start. Here's mine so far. Don't you just love the colors? Y'all, it looks fabulous. I like Nona Natalie's blue up there. Man, y'all are popping. Those colors look fabulous. I had to throw some Mr. Rogers' imagination neighborhood and his make believe. He's one of my heroes. All righty. Thank you so much for you who on this morning. Oh, my music's playing. Wasn't ready for that. Um, I am so thankful that you took time out of the first Monday of the year to practice your coloring meditation with us. Thank you so much for coming. As you know, we would love to see you post your progress in Sonder Club, or just your setup. Show us all your fun markers and that kind of stuff, because it's helpful for everybody to know what you're doing to make your coloring pages happen. If you're not part of Sonder Club, you can scan your phone on either one of those or Apple on the left and Android on the right. That will take you straight to the link, and Karen will also drop the link for in our chat box, um, to be able to do that. And then, as you know, we want you to take the survey. If you had a lot of fun today, let us know. If there's something else you want to see, let us know. And if there's just something else that you would like to see Silk and Sonder do as a whole, let us know. I think one of the socials I was at, there was a big pop-up of book club. Let's add book club. So those kinds of things need to be shared with our headquarters. They are very receptive and open to all the dreams that you guys have to make your journals really work for you. And then, as promised, here is my playlist from today, plus a couple of extras, because teachers overplan just in case time. So you can snap a photo of that, and I'm going to put on a song to take us into Monday and give you guys a little pep in your step. And thanks for starting off the first Monday of the year with me. Love you, Sonder fam.
7A.
What number is this, Chip?
7A.
Okay, no, don't get excited, man. It's because I'm short, I know.
Oh, I could hide neath the wings of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. My shaven razor's cold and it stings. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once thought of me as a white knight on his steed. Now you know how happy I can be. Oh, and our good time starts and ends without dollar one to spend. But how much, baby, do we really need? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a